Welcome to Living Local Carolina. I'm Nicole Boone. My guest today is Kathy Jenkins. She is the Chief Executive Officer for New Directions of Horry County. Thank you so much for joining us for Living Local Carolina today.
Thanks, Nicole. I'm happy to be here.
Well, New Directions takes care of the homeless in Horry County, and you have a mission that started some 12 years ago. Talk about New Directions creation. You've been on board since the beginning.
Well, you know, it's really kind of a long story that I'll try to make it really concise. A group of people, including the city of Myrtle Beach, had come together and they started looking at how do we stop the growing homeless population. There's no real coordination of effort. There were 4 homeless shelters in the city limits of Myrtle Beach, and you know, we are a city of only about 30,000 permanent residents. And how can we be more efficient and effective in the way we serve the homeless in our community? And New Directions was born out of that, to actually come in and take those 4 organizations who are run by 4 different directors and 4 boards and turn it into one organization with 1 board of directors and 1 management team. And that's what we've done.
More efficient. And talk about your role and the programs and the services that you have.
So my role started out figure out how to do this, and my history was my work history was banking, industrial engineering. I had worked a lot in efficiency and effectiveness, and I think that we were trying to do something that had never been done in this community before. And so we weren't only, you know, starting something new, but we were talking about doing something that not everybody in the community bought into it. There were different feelings about what we were actually trying to do. What we were actually trying to do is develop programs to help the people in the community who were homeless and wanted a way out of homelessness, and really try to focus on those individuals and find a way to get them back into the community as productive members of society. And so we have spent all of these years just trying to make that happen.
And talk about some of the services and programs that New Directions offers.
Okay. We have tried a lot of things that work and a lot of things that haven't worked. And currently we have meshed a couple of programs together, and we have determined that the number one thing for somebody who is homeless is to learn to live again. And there is nothing they want more, but they don't know how to do it.
Too often it would seem that society thinks that people who are homeless want to be there, or they've just made really bad choices and they don't want to lift themselves up out of the situation they are in. That's not necessarily the case. There's a lot of stigma surrounding homelessness.
Absolutely. You know, people who are homeless have gone through a lot of different things. Every story is different, every individual is different, and every individual has a different track. But what we have found that is consistent is that people need to change the way they think. So currently we are teaching classes in our shelters, and we like to say that when somebody comes into the shelter, we give them this opportunity to come in, and for the first 30 days, we're going to let them rest, regroup, and rediscover hope.
Well, thank you for what you're doing in the community to help those in need, and thank you for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having me. Always love to talk about what we do.
Well, you're doing a great job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Stay tuned after this break for more Living Local Carolina.